So we'll get started here. I want to welcome everyone to our May state call. I would like to put out a request. If anyone's got any building plans for an ark, let me know. My backyard, my wife and I have to wear life preservers when we go out in the backyard right now. So I'm sure you all are experiencing the same thing. But what a mess, huh? So hopefully that'll clear up here pretty soon. Okay, let's get going here. Our agenda for this evening will be pretty much the same that we've always done. We'll do the vision statement, mission statement. Hopefully Rodney will be joining us at some point this evening. I don't think he's on as yet. Don't see him on here yet. But he should be joining us shortly, I hope. We're going to award a couple Patriot pins again tonight. We're going to talk about grassroots. And, you know, when we get to the part here about the openings that we still have and that we're trying to fill, I want to introduce to you a new applicant that we got, a different applicant. He actually applied to us by video, and which is obviously not the way people normally apply. But anyway, I'll show this video to you and introduce him to you, and hopefully get some feedback from you. But we'll also talk about training and our normal tracking updates. Then we'll get into, Paul will do some legislative update, Ken on the comms team. Maya will be talking about young Americans, and we'll look at some self-governance stuff, and then we'll go around the horn, okay? All right, let's get started here. Vision statement, still the same. Our vision is to build a Hoosier grassroots community, citizens and legislators dedicated to the constitutional concept of self-governance. That remains as our vision statement. That's what we, hopefully, everything we do someday will bring us to that point in time. Our mission statement. These are the things that we're trying to accomplish in our mission statement for 2019. And the first thing is to meet quarterly and present the 34 Ready Plan to all targeted legislators. Now, we're going to be talking about that tonight when we get to Paul's section. We've got a lot of work yet to do in that area. Grassroots, we're well on our way to achieving this 40,000 goal for 2019, so I feel really good about that. Establish 7 region captains. We have a lot of work yet to do in that area. We only have 2 right now, so we're looking to place hopefully at least 5 more region captains this year. And young Americans, Maya, like I said, has got an update for us. She's gained access to an organization here locally that I think is going to help us a great deal. So Maya will give us an update on that particular item. Okay, I don't see Rodney on here yet. Rodney, are you there? No, I don't see him as yet. So we'll come back. We'll come back to Rodney. Hopefully, he'll be coming in at a later time this evening.
I got him.
Okay.
Put water in there.
All right. Let's talk about Patriot pins. We've been doing this now for some months, and these are lapel pins given to individuals that deserve some special recognition. They've gone, above and beyond taking on special projects, very responsive, good positive attitude, very, very good team players. So always like to recognize these individuals every month with a Patriot pin. So our Patriot pins for the month of May are going to go to two district captains that we have, Richard Loken in District 17 and Larry Wee Wee in District 68. And that I wanted to see if Richard was on here tonight. Richard, I don't see you on here. Are you on here? All right, he's not on. Okay, well, he said he was going to be on. All right, Larry, you on?
I am.
Yes, you are. Come on camera there, Larry. Let us look at you there. Okay, can everybody see Larry?
Yes.
All right. Larry, well, congratulations. Larry has worked with us for some time now, and
Dale?
Yes. Who is that?
Dale, this is Rick. Can you hear me?
Richard?
Yeah, I've been on the whole time. For some reason, my screen is green on the sidebar, but I've been listening the whole time.
Okay, hold on. I'll come back to you, Richard. Hold on.
All right.
Okay, Larry. I was hoping that Thomas would be on with us tonight, but he is, I think he's at a Lincoln Day dinner this evening, and he was hoping to get back in time to participate in this, but I don't see him on the list. So Larry has worked and done the radio interview out of Cincinnati, and Larry's working hard to be a good district captain. Larry, you got anything you want to say tonight?
Well, the first thing I'd have to say is I'm deeply honored, and I'm really not certain I quite earn it, particularly when I hear the incredible amount of work that others before me who've earned this reward. I sometimes feel like my efforts are kind of small in comparison, but it is sincerely appreciated, and it's great to be part of this organization.
You're doing a great job, Larry. I know you're trying very hard to be a good district captain. So thank you very much for everything you do, Larry. Larry, now, like as I said, Larry did the radio interview out of Cincinnati. But now, Larry, you also write articles for newspapers, right?
Right. Yeah, I've had a monthly political or a weekly political column in a weekly newspaper now for almost 10 years. And so, you know, as often as I can, I try to put a plug in there for Convention of the States and what we're about, and try to give folks some background on it.
Great. Good job. Well, thank you very much, Larry. We'll get the pin in the mail to you.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Okay, Richard, are you still there now?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, how come you're green tonight? You don't know what's up there, huh?
I have no idea. You're green, and so am I. Everyone else, I can see their name, their email address, and their web camera is off. So
really?
I don't know what's going on with that this evening. But
right.
I have the PowerPoint screen visible, and I can hear you. So I'm just taking notes.
Well, okay. Well, Richard's the district captain in District 17, which is over in the Plymouth, Indiana area, and Richard is. I don't think Richard's afraid of anything. He has done town hall meetings. He's attending Lincoln Day dinners. He's hot after his legislators to try and get meetings with them. So I think I wanted to recognize Richard for all the efforts that he's making and really doing a good job. And I just want to mention also that any district captain that has tried the town hall meetings, which we encourage all of you to do, you're going to have meetings where no one shows up. And Richard, you've had that happen, haven't you?
Well, yes, I had a meeting a few months back here in Plymouth, and I had some individuals come from Rochester, which is about 30 minutes from here, and they said they had at least half a dozen people that wanted me to come to Rochester. So I contacted the library there. They have a nice big meeting room in the library. They had the inverted monitor, which hanging from the ceiling, which I was able to get my laptop into, and I projected the PowerPoint that I was going to put out on the wall. I had some fresh fruits. I had some water. I had some information. I had pamphlets. I had an attendance list, and I sat for 45 minutes by myself. And and I put it out through the dashboard. I put out the email blast. Hey, I've got the library. It's going to be this time. It went out plenty of time in advance, and nobody showed. But that's okay.
Well,
everyone here. I've had people here, and you mentioned the Lincoln Day dinner. I went to the one in Mishawaka. I have a Lincoln Day dinner actually here on the 28th in Plymouth, and our Master of Ceremonies will be District 17 Representative Jack Jordan, the individual who I've communicated with his staffers on several occasions, but I haven't been able to hunt him down. So that night, the group that I'm with, We the People of Marshall and Fulton County, we have a table. We will be there. I have a copy of the Liberty Amendments by Mark Levin for him, and there's no escape that night. I will make myself known, introduce myself, and make sure he has all my contact information, and we are going to talk about the Convention of States, because like we discussed earlier, he was elected after Indiana had made the call for Convention of States.
Okay, so he should be a targeted legislator then.
Well,
we need to now at these Lincoln Day dinners. You generally don't get very much time with the legislators, so you want to of course introduce yourself, and you want to get them to agree to let you contact them so you can set up a meeting. Because you're not gonna have much time at a Lincoln Day dinner, but
and a photo or two as well.
Yeah. So good going, man, and best of luck to you. That's what we need to have happen. So congratulations, Richard and Larry, on your Patriot Pens this month.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, guys, let's move on then. And let's talk about the grassroots area, and we're going to talk, of course, we're going to want to touch on some training items here, some new leaders that have come in. Then we'll look at our tracking reports. So let's look at the new leaders that have come in during the month. We've picked up 2 new district captains. They just I think started their training this week. Corey Barr down in District 70, and Paul Gathard in District 90, which is there in Region 7. So both of those are coming on as new trainees to be district captains. Now, I always like every month to recognize those individuals that have completed their district captain training. And we have 2 individuals on the call tonight, that have completed their district captain training. And I would like them to come on camera when it's their turn, to come on camera and say a few words. And the first one is Melba Kaiser, District 29. Melba, can you come on?
Yes.
All right. Here, there you are. Whoop, there you are. Okay. Good to see you, Melba. Thank you for coming on tonight. Mm-hmm. And congratulations on completing your training.
Thank you.
Now, Melba has, I asked Melba if she would, to take a little bit of time to tell us about her story. Melba has, I think, a special story that I would like for her to share with everyone. So, Melba, tell us about how you came to this country.
Well, I'm Cuban. I was born in Cuba. My parents decided that they could not support what Castro was doing. They saw early on what was happening, and so they decided to immigrate to the United States. So we came over actually in 1962, so I've been here for a long time. Like any other immigrant that is leaving their country for political reasons, I think that you hope that you can go back. And I know this because I work with a lot of folks from Venezuela now. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. We saw it wasn't happening. So we became assimilated into this country. At the age of 19, I decided that I wanted to become a naturalized citizen, so I did. And my parents, especially my father, always talked about who he supported. And he supported the Republican Party, obviously not the Democratic Party because of John Kennedy. And so that was kind of our story and how we came. We first came to Florida, and we came as legal immigrants. And my dad pursued his medical career. He learned English, so we did all of the things that I believe are expected. You know, he was always concerned about paying taxes, even at the age of 95, when he was in an assisted living home. He would still ask my brother and myself, "Did you pay all the taxes? Have you paid all my bills?" You know, so always a very conscientious person. And we all became citizens, my father, my mother, my brother, and myself. Anyway, so how I came to Convention of States is I put up with the Republican Party up to a point, and then when Obama was our president, it almost became like a daily insult of what he was doing. So I decided that I needed to get politically involved, and I decided to volunteer. And when I was looking around where I live in Noblesville to see what conservative options were available to me, I joined the Hamilton County Grassroots Conservatives. And that's where I met Diane Gomez and John Dirth, who were working on passing Indiana. So I heard what they were doing and what they had to say and what COS was all about, and I supported it 100%. And right then and there, I decided I wanted to get involved in some way, so I was basically volunteering with Diane and signing petitions and doing anything I could to support her. And I've been involved in one form or another ever since, and now I'm district captain. So.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, Melba, for taking the time to tell us all about that. And I think Melba's going to be a great district captain for us. And I just congratulations on getting through the training, and I look forward to seeing a lot of things that you're going to do down there.
I hope so.
All right, thank you. Okay, Laurel Foster from District 84 here in Region 3. Lowell, are you still there?
Yeah, it's kind of a hard act to follow now.
That is true. It is. You keep your screen. There you are. There you are. Well, I asked Gary to come on tonight. There he is. And Gary, you want to say a few words about Lowell?
Yes, I do. And I just want to say that despite delays and things that held him back from training, Lowell never lost enthusiasm and pressed on, and even was at the gun shows and was a leading recruiter there of people to sign the petition. And Lowell really sets a great example in terms of his enthusiasm and his tendency to be a go-getter when the opportunity arises.
Well, I know Gary, you and Ed Paraguay, all of you talked very highly about Lowell at the gun shows and the job that he did on getting petitions signed. I think I started calling him the petition machine. Mm-hmm. So, Lowell, we want to congratulate you on getting through your training finally. Like Gary said, it's taken quite a while.
Thank you.
But you want to say anything, Lowell?
Well, I first got interested in Convention of States a couple years ago. I have a younger brother that was talking about it, and he wasn't involved, but he was very interested. Now I'm trying to get him involved. And it was just probably about a year ago I started talking to Gary, maybe a bit longer than that, about being involved in Convention of States, and I became a media warrior and started talking about becoming a district captain, and it pretty much takes us up to now.
Okay.
We had a lot of fun at the gun shows, and looking forward to the county fairs coming up.
Well, I'm glad you stuck with it, Lowell. You've had some real personal challenges, I know, over the past year, and there was a time there I thought we had lost you, but we didn't. So I'm glad you hung in there, and looking forward to you doing a good job as a district captain in District 84. So. Thank you for sticking in there, Lowell. Congratulations, man.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's move on here then. Okay, guys, you can turn your cameras off there. Good. Okay. As you know, we're still looking for district captains. We're looking for some other positions, event coordinator, coalitions director, veterans coalition, videographers. So we're still looking for people to fill a number of positions. And as you know, when someone's interested in a position, they normally go on our website and make application for a particular position, and then their name will show up on a report that I see and George sees. And then we get in contact with them. Well, here in the month of May, I wanted to share this with you. We had an applicant contact us in a little different manner. This applicant sent us a video expressing his interest in Convention of States, and I wanted to share that with you tonight because I think we really need to look at how we can utilize this individual. So I'm going to go to a larger screen here, and so that you can see this video clearly, okay? And let me see if I can get it done here. So this individual, this is a little different, way to apply for us here. So are you ready? Here we go. Here he is. And I hope he is going to come on here, and he's going to talk to us, I think, here. Whoops. There he comes. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Here he comes.
Hello. I was born and raised in southern Indiana, near the Marengo Caves. And recently I've been reading about the great things that have been going on in the state, for the Convention of States, that I'd like to be a part of. So, if you have anything useful that I could do, I'm ready and willing to roll up my sleeves and get to work.
There you go. So, let me get back to our regular screen here. So, that's the guy, that's the new guy that we got, the new applicant. I really want to be able to utilize him some way or another. So, I just wanted to introduce you to him tonight. We'll see where we can fit him in. Did everyone see this okay?
No. I can see it, but I couldn't hear what he was saying.
You couldn't hear it?
It sounded just like some blurb.
All right. Well, he'll be on the recording. He should be on the recording better. So look at it on the recording. So like I said, hope we can utilize this guy somewhere. I see I got a message from George here. He says maybe he could make a good state director. So, who knows? So we'll find a spot for him somewhere, okay? He doesn't even have a name right now. We got to give him the name. So you'll be hearing more about it. Okay, let's get into our some of our tracking reports. This is our region breakdown. All the red ones are the districts in each region where we have a district captain. We're up to 26 now. We still have a long ways to go. We're trying to get to at least five district captains in every region. So we're making headway, but we still have a ways to go yet. Region captains, we got 2 right now. We're trying to get 7 for this year, so we got a ways to go there too. By the way, these reports that I'm showing you here, after the call, I pin these on the general Slack channel. So these are available to you on that channel if you have a desire to look at them again. So, okay, let me get back here. Let's look at then the grassroots tracking, which is tracking our petition growth in the state. And the month of May was not one of our better months. We only had 381 new petition signers in the month of May, with Region 3 leading the way with 54. But Region 4, year-to-date, is still ahead with 764. And we've gotten over 5,130 new supporters so far this year. So we're on our way to hitting the 10,000 target that we have set for 2019. I just want to mention that District 52 in Region 3 led the way with 10 petition signers. Ron Wiley is the district captain in that region, in that district rather. So I think we're doing good. We're on our way here to hit the 40,000 mark. So, anybody have any questions at this point on any of these reports or any of the information so far?
Oh, Rodney's here.
Oh, hey, Rodney.
Hey.
Well, Rodney, since you're here now, you want to give us some words of wisdom from your end?
Hi, Rodney.
Hey, how you doing? Words of wisdom, I don't know if that ever comes from me, but I'll give it a shot. There's not really a whole lot going on nationally. I just say as far as the states go that are still in play, New York's still, North Carolina is still working it. They're still in session. I thought it was over, but they're still working it. We'll see what happens there. And again, probably said before, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, they're all in session all year round, and they've been working it hard there, so there could be something come out of those states before long or before the end of the year, so watch out for that. South Carolina also is doing some amazing things. South Carolina, last week, they made a whole slew of calls to, convention delegates in their state for their not being partisan here. Their GOP convention, they got Convention of States added to the GOP convention link in South Carolina. That's something every state can do, even if you're past. I don't know if you want to stir that hornet's nest or not as a past state, but because you'll probably have opposition come out, may not be a bad thing to do. There is talk about trying to get that done in every state. So I don't know, that'd be up to you guys if you wanted to try something like that. You have to study well ahead of time, figure out how that's done, and be prepared and get people to be ready to go to your precinct, your district, congressional district convention meetings ahead of the state convention. So you have to get really involved all the way around to be able to get that done. So the only other thing on the national front I can think of is for anybody that does onboarding, we've got that new onboarding checklist, and if you got questions about that, Dale probably understands it, and George, maybe some others. If there's any questions too, you can ask me. Convention of States University, as always, they're looking at the numbers of people that are signing up for those and completing the courses on there. The legal course is really a good one to take, as well as the course that you're in, and I know you guys have a training program that covers all that as well, so I just need to mention it. There's a lot of courses out there to take besides the one in your role.
What's the latest news on Alabama and the rescission effort down there? Any news on that?
Yeah, thank you. For whatever reason, I was forgetting that. Yeah, so thanks to everybody that responded to the email I sent out. One of the things I should have added, because there was a lot of questions, like we don't usually call into other states to state legislators like that, and that is true. This is the only time we ever do anything like that. And we're looking out for each other's backs and trying to keep those states that have passed, keep a resolution in place. So, yeah, a senator and a representative down there both filed rescission resolutions, and the rescission resolutions are for all Article 5s. They passed the BBA, they passed the U.S. term limits and the Convention of States, and there are a couple other, at least one other Article 5 on their plate down there that they passed in the past history. So it was to rescind all of them, and that's what they typically do when they file a decision resolution like this. So thank everybody for doing that. The Alabama team did a CPA as well ahead of the one we did nationally, and I don't know for sure if it had any impact on that. I do know that the rescind resolutions so far are not going anywhere. They were filed in committee and they're kind of stuck there. They're not doing anything, which is what we hope for. There's a possibility it could move in the Senate, or they try to get it heard there. What happened there, you saw Alabama with their anti-abortion, really a heartbeat bill, otherwise I'd call it that. And that kind of overrode everything, and they've got a few other huge legislative priorities they got to get done in the last 8 days of their session.
Okay. Well, thank you, Rodney. Now, guys, this is why our effort at contacting these targeted legislators is so important. We want to find out what their stance is. Are they with us or against us? And so this is the time to do the work to get these targeted legislators, hopefully, on our side, and and talk to them about the 34 Ready plan, because the more work we do at this point in time with these legislators, then the less we have to worry about rescission efforts should that happen down the line. So, okay. All right. Well, thanks, Rodney. Thank you. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Stick around, Rodney, if you would, and after the call, because I'd like to talk to you some more. Okay. Let's go on now to our legislative area. Paul, are you on? I didn't.
Yeah, I'm fooling you tonight. We're using Maya's login ID, so I'm.
I was going to say I didn't see your name on the list, but we're getting a double dose here together. There's Maya in the background there. Okay, Paul, take it away.
Well, so legislative training module 3. I'm starting to plan a rewrite of that module. So if anybody who's been through it wants to give me any feedback, if there's anything that you think could be improved, let me know. I'm just doing an update based on Louisiana's faithful commissioner law now being declared the model, and covering some information on that, as well as some information from Rob Nadelson's new book, The Law of Article 5. So just be looking for a refresh to that. So as far as that goes, even those of you who've already been through it, been trained on it, when I get that new module out there, you might want to just take a look at it to see what's been updated. I wanted to mention our plans for a Telepatriot team to form a little later this year. John Ackerman has started forming a social media warrior team, and we wanted to take some time for that team to get built and in place before we started recruiting for a Telepatriot team. And if you're not aware of it, Telepatriot is a homegrown app that we have for connecting supporters with their legislators through a three-way calling process. We just want to get to where we have that capability updated when we get to the point of 34 states, and we need to start putting pressure on the legislature for perhaps proposing certain amendments, or when we get to ratification. That's a time we're certainly going to have to marshal our grassroots, and Telepatriot's a great way to do that. So we're going to develop some skills there later this year. Podcast. I had a new episode that I put out earlier this week. It's called Freedomism. I'd encourage you to take a listen to it. It's basically on the topic that everybody's talking about now, socialism versus capitalism, and it's just kind of my take on that debate. The Leadership Summit, just wanted to mention that Leadership Summit in August. I'm not sure who all is going to be attending that this year, but just wanted to mention that I plan on being there, so I hope to see some others of you there. Target Legislator Tracking Report, we'll look at that in a moment.
Okay.
Let's finish off the list here.
Okay.
Legislator meetings. Got a couple of folks who have had some legislator meetings, but I wanted to mention I have a meeting scheduled tomorrow with Ben Smaltz, and a meeting on Friday with Travis Holdman. I'm going to be talking to both of them about helping us sponsor some legislation to update our faithful commissioner law. And they're the two legislators we have with the most Convention of States experience, I guess I'll call it, both having attended our simulated convention, as well as the last official Convention of States in 2017. It was a Balanced Budget Amendment Planning Convention held in Phoenix. They both attended that. So they're going to be a great resource for us, I think. So the two folks that I've asked to to speak here who had entered some legislator contacts in Patriot Games are Dale and then Gary Harbaugh. So why don't you start, Dale, if you want to share with us your experience at the DeKalb County Lincoln Dinner.
Sure. These are a couple of good examples of what you can do at a Lincoln Day dinner. I attended one up in Auburn, Indiana, for the DeKalb County GOP, and I was able to touch base and meet with Senator Dennis Cruz, Representative Ben Smaltz, who Paul just mentioned, and also Senator Sue Glick, who voted against us in 2016. But I go to this Lincoln Day dinner every year, and she's always very cordial. So I think we'll keep working on her. And then Gary Harbaugh attended. Well, Gary, you're on tonight. You wanna talk about your experience there?
Sure. I'll say a few words. I met with 4 folks there, and just say hello, hand them a business card, say I'm with Convention Estates, and we're going to want to get together with you at some point, and talk about issues related to that. And I found that even one of the guys who voted against it, also Chris Judy, who I had been told was not very friendly to Convention Estates, was actually very cordial, and everybody was very open to meeting with us. And I think that's indicative, really, of the way legislators are toward their constituents. They want to meet with us, and so yeah, it was a good way to just kind of say hi and remind them that we're going to be in touch with them, in the months ahead.
So any of you that attend Lincoln Day dinners, get some pictures. Get some pictures like this. Generally, the politician is very, very willing to have his or her picture taken. So get a picture. Okay, Paul?
Yeah. Let's go back to the tracking report, and then I'll finish up with that.
Okay.
So in the last month, I guess we had one meeting with the target legislature, which would be Dave Heine, who Gary met with, but it was not an opportunity to ascertain his position. But sounds like Gary might secure a follow-up meeting, and maybe we can move him from undeclared to supports.
Okay.
So really not a lot of change in this report from last month.
Well, there's no change in the report. And that's what I wanted to focus on a little bit here, is the reason we have this report is we want to see the numbers change. We want the people in the undeclared column and the yellow column. That's where we start. That's where we're starting out in January 1 of this year. And you see we have 43 legislators that are undeclared. Now that means we don't know if they're opposed or if they support us. So we must find out with these legislators where they stand. And we must try to get a meeting with them, talk to them about Convention Estates, present a 34 Ready plan, and find out where they stand. So we want to move the undeclareds, we want to move them to hopefully the support column or the opposed column if it turns out that way. So you can see here when we start the year out at January 1, we had 43 undeclared, we had 6 that we knew were opposed, and 22 that supported us. So the objective is to decrease the numbers in the yellow column and increase the numbers in the blue columns, one way or the other. So that's all I wanted to say about that. We need to keep working at that. Okay, anything else, Paul?
Nope, that's all I've got.
Well, I see Maya is sitting next to you there, so I'll come back to Ken here, and let me jump down to Maya since she's sitting right there. And Maya, tell us about what's up here.
Okay, so recently I have found a group called the Teenage Republicans, and I have been involved in some of their activities, and they have given me a lot of really good connections. One of them being with the Lincoln Day dinner in Allen County. I was able to...
Speak up, Maya. Speak up a little louder, huh?
Okay. One of the opportunities that I have been given with being in contact with that group is that I was able to obtain VIP tickets to the Lincoln Day dinner. Unfortunately, I had something pre-planned that night that I could not miss, so I was not able to go, but I have a feeling that the next Lincoln Day dinner or political dinner comes up, the TARs do have tickets for, so I will be able to attend that. And with that, I was also able to meet some of the state legislators. One of them, actually I was able to meet our representative, what's his name again?
Ben Smaltz?
Not Ben
No.
Smaltz. He's the representative for Region 3. I'm so blanking on his name. State rep, the federal.
Oh, Jim Banks.
Yeah, I was
Jim
able to
Banks.
say-
All right.
He was able to tell me some of the bills that he was going to be presenting soon, one of them being a balanced budget bill. And this coming meeting, I looked, and one of the representatives that we were meeting with is Justin Bush, who I know is undeclared, so that will give me an opportunity to talk with him.
Good,
And
good.
Another point is the Leadership Summit. I will be attending that. And since I am attending that, I started reading Restoring America's Soul, who was written by a constitutional attorney who will be there, and that will give me a good opportunity to talk to her since she is she has a career that I am thinking about pursuing. And I am also going to be meeting Ben Smaltz tomorrow.
Oh, good. Now, tell us again about the Teenage Republicans. Now, what's the composition of this group?
So the composition is all teenagers. They come from all different types of schools. They're all obviously, since they're part of the Republican group, they're more conservative. They've given me a lot of connections. One of them being I have contact with the head of the Republican Party for Indiana. I was able to meet with him at one of the meetings, which gave me a good connection as well. And yeah, they're all just they're high schoolers who are into politics and really care about America and lean more on the conservative spectrum. So.
Now, they are high school students, or is it high school and college students?
They're all just high school students.
High school students.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's good. Are they from different high schools in the area here?
Yeah, they're homeschooled. A lot of them are from Bishop Dwayner because the leader is from Bishop Dwayner, but Bishop Dwayner, Homestead, Snyder, Leo, Carroll.
Now, do you know, are there clubs or organizations in these individual high schools? Have you been able to find that out yet?
I think some of them do. I know a lot of them come to this group because they wanted to start clubs at the schools, but the schools would not let them because they're political. So I don't know exactly how many of their schools have political organizations, but I definitely can figure that out.
All right, all right. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go back up here and pick up Ken. Are you there?
I'm here, Dale. Hello, hello.
There you are. There you are.
Got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us? Can you hear us? You're breaking up. You're breaking up there, bud.
All right, is that a little better?
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about the newsletter training video.
Yeah, the newsletter training video, the expanded version has been added to Module 5. But Module 5, if they wanted to return to that, to view that segment, they can find it there. It's just an expanded view on working with the newsletter.
Okay, and you put that out to everyone, right?
Say that again.
You put that out for everyone.
And we can post it. We can post it on the website, or I mean, on the on Facebook Live, or anywhere we need to post it that people can access.
Okay. All right.
It's available in the Module 5. Yep.
Okay.
The other thing we have is basically talking a little bit about the expand that Jim Ackerman has taken, and unfortunately he's still on vacation, so I'm just going to give you an overview of what we've done with John. John is in the Social Warriors leaders spot. John has agreed to go ahead and actually fill the role of media liaison, which we've never been able to really fill. So we're hoping that John, with a little bit of help and some extra training, will be able to start to fill that role and complete a segment of the comms team that we've been missing for a long time. So we're thankful and give him all the support we can give him as he takes on this role and increases our social media awareness as well as our media liaison position.
All right, good. Well, hopefully when John gets back off vacation, he'll be able to join us on the call next month. So I wanted to just touch on the Indiana Live. We're coming along with that. That's the live broadcast that I do every Monday evening at 7 p.m. And we broadcast through our state Facebook page. So it's COS Indiana Live. We're averaging about 104 views every week. So our goal is to get up to 500. I want to tell you that right now, some exciting news about this is that in June, we may have a couple state legislators that will be interviewed on this broadcast. And Paul and I will be interviewing them, and we've got, like I said, we're working on 3 state legislators to be interviewed. 2 of them have committed, said they would, so we just need to settle on a date. So that should be very exciting. So that's it for the comms team, and I wanted to bring on Tim Heidenreich. Tim, you there with us tonight? Where are you, Tim? I know you were on there. I'm going to unmute you, Tim. All right, Tim, can you talk? Boy, I tell you, we're having a lot of technical problems tonight. Well, we can't see you, Tim, or hear you, so but we announced this earlier in the month that Tim is our state prayer contact individual. So he is representing our state to the national prayer team. So if you have any special requests for prayer, you should be contacting Tim. Tim's one of our SIAs, and so please feel free to contact him with any special prayer requests, okay? The last thing I wanted, before we do an around the horn, the last thing I wanted to show you is a slide The guy on the left here is our region captain in Region 6, Thomas Schultz. And the guy on the right here is John Durham, the Attorney General for Connecticut. He's the Attorney General that William Barr has appointed to head up the investigation on the collusion situation. And ever since this guy was announced, I thought, he is just like Thomas. So I just wanted to make it clear to everyone, they are not related, okay? But they sure look similar to me. And I did get Thomas's permission to talk about this tonight. So I just think they look so much alike here. I just had to mention that. All right, let's go around the horn here and let me start unmuting people. Ken, you got anything else you wanted to say tonight?
Did you say Ken?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm good. Sounds like we're making some progress. Hopefully the summer months will continue. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Lowell, you got anything else you wanted to say?
No, I'm looking forward to the county fairs coming up, and I'm in the process of setting up some meetings for some training with some local supporters right now.
Okay. All right. Good. Victoria, you on?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can.
Okay, I've got a couple things. Actually, for Paul, I have him down for July 24th for him and Maya to be at the Huntington County Fair. So he gave me an option of 2 days. So I'm hoping the 24th will work out for them. And he said he's meeting with Senator Holden, who's my senator that I've not been able to get a hold of. So maybe he can take me with him or put in a plug for him to get a hold of me.
All right. All right. Paul, make note of that, please. Anything else, Vicki?
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Melba, you got anything else tonight?
Yes, I do. I want to confirm that that I can get materials for the Hamilton County Fair from George Ward. Is that correct?
Yeah, he would be the guy to contact first to help you order those materials, yes.
Okay, and then the other question that I had is, does anyone have banners that they have already gotten from COS that we could borrow to hang up on our table?
Yes, we have those banners. Each region has some banners. I'll have to arrange for someone to get one to you. But we'll make that happen, yes.
Okay, these are the banners that are, they're stand-up banners that are like 3 feet by 6 feet?
Yes, they're convention of state banners now, okay, yeah.
Okay, and then someone suggested, I think it was Paul Phillips who actually suggested that I might ask if there was anyone who could volunteer to sit at the table with us at the Hamilton County 4-H Fair, which runs from July 18th to July 22nd.
Okay. Okay, we can talk about that more in our region call.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Gary Spielman, you on tonight?
Yes, I am here.
Hi, Gary. How are you doing, bud?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good, good. Gary's one of our new district captains in training, so glad you could join. You got any? There you are. You got any comments or questions or anything?
No, not right now. I'm still working my way through the third module.
Okay.
Trying to get myself caught up and educated, and that way I represent the organization well. So I'm just kind of listening and trying to absorb as much as possible.
Well, good. Well, welcome aboard, Gary. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not sure who this is. That may be Paul. Gary, you got anything else? Gary Harbaugh?
I want to say thanks for everybody who is on here, and I really love to hear all of your enthusiasm for the project we're a part of.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Jerry Rowe.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
With echo or without?
Well, I don't hear an echo right now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've been busy on Facebook doing social media stuff. As it came up, there's a Jeff Duncan thing, congressman from South Dakota or South Carolina, I think, and I believe it was on Slack. They asked for help on his post. I can't remember who asked for it, but anyway, been all over that. A bunch of other people on COS have been giving him support for supporting Convention States.
All right, good, good deal.
And otherwise, just a little here and there of different things, you know. So
you're staying out of trouble, though, right?
Yeah, I'm just ahead of the law.
All right, Jerry, thank you.
All right.
Okay, Larry Weaver, you got anything else you want to say tonight?
That's all I got.
All right. Let's go on down to then. Richard, you still on there?
Yes, I'm on.
Anything else you wanted to say, Richard?
Well, you know, with everything that's going on a lot with throughout Convention States, we have a lot of videos and whatnot going through social media, but we have a lot on YouTube. And we can get those added into our newsletters that we send out to people that are on our email list, but also family and friends. And we can also boost that through social media, get them likes, get them out there, and you know, get it. People will spend 2-3 minutes to watch a short little video, and a lot of the Convention of States stuff is small enough to where it'll get their attention, and we need to spread that out.
Good point. Good point. Thanks. Okay, Terry King. Let me unmute you, Terry.
How's it going, Dale?
Oh, hello, Terry. Haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah, I've been super busy. Just had a anniversary. Went out to Colorado. Just been doing a lot of traveling. I'm trying to get a little more active here.
Well, good. We need you there, bud. Thank you very much. Anything else you wanted to say or question or anything?
I don't really have anything to add. I just wanted to let you know that I submitted another application for the Elkhart County Fair. They did recommend that they said that I could send in 2 of them, and so I sent in an application for an indoor booth, and then I'm also going to send one in for an outdoor booth and see how that pans out this year.
Cool, great. I know we missed it last year, but when is that this year?
I'll have to look again, but I believe it's in like August 15th, something like that. I could be wrong.
All right, good. Okay, good. Thanks a lot, Terry.
Yep, have a great night.
You too. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Rodney, stay on here if you would, please. And just to let you know, remind you, our June state call will be June 26th. It's always on the fourth Wednesday of the month, 8 p.m. So June 26th. So everyone, have a good night, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.